So the Switch is nothing new to any of us. It has loads of games, and these range from both ports to full-on original titles. I've played a lot on the system, and yet I still have more to play. It seems like there's no end to the amount of games to play on the system. Today then is sort of a top 10 like video of what I consider to be the Switch's best games, or at least so far. And this is without including any of the Wii U ports. So buckle up, let's just get into it. I remember the first time I saw Astral Shane. It looked absolutely insane with its battling and a sick world. Looking back at it, this sort of world is what I imagined Cyberpunk 2077 to look like. Being a hack and slash game with a clear Japanese setting was more than enough to get me hooked. Then, after just finishing it last week actually, I can confidently say the story and the gameplay was up to par for the most part. Without going into any spoilers, the story, while fun, was a bit generic. The gameplay was a bit repetitive at times, and also it might just be me, but I found the constant police HQ to mission, to police HQ, to mission structure a bit bland. Still, this little game provides more than enough engaging action to keep things fun for the most part. Sonic Mania Plus floored me. As a Nintendo guy my whole life, I've always seen the classic Sonic games from an outsider's perspective. They always seemed very intimidating to me simply because I thought the skill level for entry was too high. Though after experiencing Mania, I got a lot more confident, and well, that's because Mania is awesome. Extremely fun and fast-paced, but it felt fair. Not to mention the gorgeous 16-bit graphics redone in high definition. Sonic Mania later made me revisit my old classic Sonic games on my Mega Drive, or Genesis if you're American. This is, without a doubt, peak 2D Sonic. YookaLaylee and the Impossible Lair is here since it's an all-around blast to play through. I love the Donkey Kong Country games, and this being a spiritual successor to that, by the same devs as the original, was reason enough for me to try this out. I loved it a lot, thanks to amazing levels and fun gameplay. Though it wasn't because of this game that I fell in love with YookaLaylee, which brings me to my next game. The original YookaLaylee was amazing for someone like me. You see, I love a little duo called Banjo and Kazooie a lot, and by extension, the game Banjo-Tooie. YookaLaylee was my chance to finally play more 3D platformers by the Rare developers, although nowadays they work at Playtonic instead. No matter, YookaLaylee to me was a dream come true, and something I wanna experience more often. I love the Impossible Lair a lot, but I'm all for the 3D platformers. And this might not have been on the same level as the quote original Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, but it still was a damn awesome game. Everything from the music done by Mr. Kirkhope to the lovable characters was just right. The Switch version of the game performed the worst, but it felt the best, you know. Just having a game like this on a modern day platform is enough for me. Luigis Mansion 3. Whoo boy, this game was awesome! I played and loved both Luigis Mansion 1 and 2. However, while 2 was fun in its own right, I thought it lacked a lot of the charm and expressiveness the original had. Along with the more linear gameplay of the mission structure, I felt it wasn't what I wanted in 3. Then when 3 finally came, it blew me away. Amazing graphics, lively and animated well. More open-ended gameplay and a map like the first game. This really hooked me right from the beginning with its interesting setting and intuitive gameplay. It seems to have brought new life to Luigi's Mansion since the developer's Next Level Games got straight up purchased by Nintendo, presumably to work on more Luigi's Mansion games and, well, more. Oh, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. This was such a neat little entry for my favorite gaming franchise. remaking the old Game Boy game for such a new audience as the Switch's one. This game is straight up beautiful to look at. It doesn't matter that it's essentially toys we're looking at. The story is sweet and mysterious at times, making for a nice and short Zelda game. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's plainly just a good time. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Is there anything that I can say about this that I haven't before? I mean, did you even see my reaction to Sora? This is technically the best Smash game by a mile. Everything is just maxed out content-wise. There is so much in this tiny little cartridge. There's no better deal than this really when it comes to fighting games. Also, side note, I'm a nostalgic dummy who loves Super Smash Bros. Melee the most, so yeah, fight me. Super Mario Odyssey is one hell of a game! This was the ultimate form of 3D Mario, for real! This is an incredible game in all aspects. I'm a person that loves Mario Sunshine out of the most from the 3D classics. Even I can admit that Odyssey rivals the fun and nostalgia I feel from Sunshine. The game is just that good! Graphics may be nice, but the true fun lies in the gameplay. And as you know, the story is pretty much non-existent, as it's a mainline Mario game. So yeah, the gameplay. Capturing all kinds of enemies and static objects. It's such a simple idea, but yet so brilliant. So many, and I mean so many gameplay styles are unlocked and ready to be experimented with. Truly a next level 3D Mario game. It's beyond superb. Second spot shouldn't be much of a surprise if you've seen my Wii U video. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is truly an incredible game. For me. Look, I love my hack and slash games, and my absolute favorite game on the Wii U itself was Hyrule Warriors. I mean, that along with Zelda Twilight Princess. Still, Zelda is my thing, so combining the two genres I love creates something truly special. I completed the whole game on very hard difficulty because of my experience with the original, and well, I had a blast. I seriously don't know what any other difficulty feels like, other than very hard, and that's completely fine, I think. This game offers a huge variety of characters and stages to play on, and even a canon story to the Zelda games. It's just an all-around masterfully done game for someone like me. Now this last one shouldn't be much of a surprise. I mean, of course, it's Pokémon Shield! No, but seriously, of course it's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The very first game I played on the Switch is my favorite one. Who could have guessed it, huh? Zelda is, like I've said, my favorite gaming franchise. All of the incredible Zelda games have a special place in my heart. Breath of the Wild, while not my favorite of them all, is really freaking groundbreaking. The open world, along with the freedom of exploration and curiosity, brings out the best in someone like me. Along with the game being brilliant from gameplay, graphics, and the world itself, it means a lot to me because of what my life was like at the time. Just before I turned 18, when the Switch came out, I was having the time of my life at school. Yet my favorite gaming company, Nintendo, was doing its worst numbers in years thanks to the Wii U. Still, as you know, I love the Wii U. But almost no one else did, so I looked forward to seeing what was on the horizon. Breath of the Wild came out both for the Wii U and the Switch on the very same day, March 3rd, 2017. This was the biggest, most insane game ever to launch with. A true masterpiece in my book. The best part of all this is that the Switch's life ain't over yet. We still have more years to go before the next Nintendo console. And well, that means we have more games to add or swap out on our own top lists. I suspect Metroid Dread, Pokemon BDSP, or Pokemon Legends will sneak its way onto my own top list in the future. Next time, Metroid Dread will be in all of your hands, so I was thinking I'd cover more Metroid until then. Anyhow, thanks for sticking around with me. I'll see you all right here next week. Have a good one.